Welcome to the Real Female Entrepreneurs. Today's guest is proof that you can be a managing consultant of a global 500 company, channeled by night, and still answer your soul's calling. She's an intuitive blending real world tech savvy with astrology, intuition, meditation, paranormal, energy work, and a whole lot of laughter. She is here to help you decode life, reconnect with your inner brilliance, and to live your soul led life. Please help me welcome the amazing Stephanie Curd, co founder of Immersive Spirit. Welcome, Stephanie.
Hi, Angel. How are you?
Hey, oh, this is going to be so much fun.
Oh yeah, looking forward to it. I love this kind of conversation where we get to dig in. I'm so excited.
So, reading your intro and your bio and everything else, it looks like you're still working a full-time job.
Yes, ma'am. I am. You mentioned the Global 500. It is a very large company. We do software, specifically HR and finance for Fortune 500, Fortune 50 here in the US. And I have a team of 13 amazing people that I tell them I'm their coach, right? I'm here to make sure that they're stood up because I think that's a leadership skill, but is to make sure that they succeed. And they are here to support our customers to make sure they succeed. So it's very cool, but it's a lot of work, right? To work a couple of full-time jobs, as you know.
Yes, I have done that. And I love the fact that when we can bring the subject up so other entrepreneurs can understand that, sometimes you have this calling inside of you, but you still have to work to pay the bills, but
Oh
you
yeah.
still can do the other. Can we talk about that, about how that works and what time?
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
it's not like it's just going to magically happen. So what
No.
happens?
No, unless you've hit the Powerball and yay you, or your trust fund or something like that, right? Or you've just saved money and your timing is good, then that's fantastic too. There's always alternatives, but for me and for my sister, this has been we're both working. We're both still at the same full-time job, and that's because we need to sustain, right? She's got boys that are college age, and I've got a mortgage to pay and things to do and retirement to plan. So as the business is being built, which it's going to be, we're coming up on our 3-year anniversary already. I can't believe it. Um, it's been a process. And so it's working. It's hard work. It's very hard work. It's so the rewards though are huge, worth it. I mean, it's just so amazing what you can accomplish. But I got to tell you, the time commitment and getting, I think the biggest thing for me, and maybe you tell me if this was true for you too, is that I just have to reconcile with my family or with loved ones that, hey, right now it's all about working really hard so that we don't have to work as hard a few years from now, right? So that the
Yeah.
payoffs are there so that we can go have more fun and putting a lot of time into that so that the smile is there 24/7, not just half the day when I'm working the fun job. Not that I don't love the people at my corp job, the day job, but I the smile is brought on all by immersive spirit.
I can see that. I can
Yeah.
see that for sure. So tell me this, what sparked you to start this business 3 years ago?
There's something magical about me turning 50 and getting into your 50s. And I'm a little older than my sister. She would, if she were here, she would remind you of that very quickly. Excuse me. But when we were, it's you get to that don't care stage of your life, right? And the things that we have spiritually practiced for many decades and that we have always done with each other, whether it's tarot conversations, paranormal, because we've done these investigations, energy work, astrology. I mean, all these different little pieces that we do and that we love. We're like, why aren't we sharing this? Because we would talk to people and go, well, teach me, show me, show me. And we're like, why aren't we using the same leadership skills that we possess in the day job and do this with our own business and share it, give it back, right?
Mhm.
And so we've created a community and created our membership that continues to grow and to thrive, and the content that shares this for some, and we've got free things that we give to folks. And anyway, all of that to say, once we were in our 50s, that don't care button kicked in. There's something that's really cool about that for all the women that are still in your 20s, 30s, and 40s. Embrace it early. That would be such a huge nugget if I could go back to my younger self to say, come out of that closet way early. Come out of that broom closet, right? And just open up and be like, put on the don't care button right now and go do it. Because
Yeah.
what a difference. But that's where we are. We're like, don't care. Here we go. Love it or don't. You don't have to look if you don't like it.
That is so true. And I love the laughter because, I mean, you just laugh all the time.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, oh, yeah. It's because you have to have fun.
Oh, my gosh. If you're not having fun, don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't
Right?
do it.
Right? I mean, yes, you got to work hard and there's going to be, I'm not saying there won't be tears and struggle and all of that. That then you'd just be faking it. And that's not where we are either. But you got to enjoy it. You have to enjoy that ride, or what are you doing it for?
Yeah. So, I mean, you didn't bring up numerology. I am a numerology freak, just so
Oh,
you
I
know.
love it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
just so you know.
Yeah.
I
Love
totally understand
numerology.
it.
It is good stuff, right? It's very
Good.
good. And it ties into astrology quite a bit. Actually, it ties into all, I mean, they all come together if you really
They
want to
do.
look at it. We had a year-long class and we're going to revise that because it is very, very intensive, right? It's a year long for people. But it starts with, we talk about astral projection, we talk about the Akashic records, we talk about numerology, tarot, runes. I do a class on that. We do a huge thing about crystals, the history of crystals and all the different things around those and grids. Then we do paranormal and we actually take people to a site and do a paranormal investigation with them, right? We teach them how to do that. So, and then astrology. So it's a lot. It's a whole lot. And we don't realize how much we know until we talk to folks and they're like, why aren't you offering all of this? This is insane. This is cool. And we're, okay. All right.
Mhm.
Let's see how we can put this together. So here we are. Yeah.
Here we are. You doing it. All
Yeah.
right. And you're having so much fun with it. Do you do your classes during on the weekends, in the evenings?
Yep.
How do you maneuver that with work, if you don't mind?
Oh yeah, evenings and weekends, right? Because
Okay.
you can't have that conflict of interest in place. So we have our own podcast. We actually have a couple of them, starting a third one, and then we've the content. So our courses, most are self-directed content, but like that bigger one, because we have meetings and they schedule sessions with us to go over their content for the month and so on. It's just managing our calendar and making sure availability, which is why I say again, you have to have conversations, honest conversations with the people that are closest to you in your life, because your friendships they won't suffer if you're honest about it. As long
Yeah.
as you tell people, I am doing this, I love you, but please bear with me when I have, and don't, it's just managing expectations for yourself and for everybody else.
Oh, managing expectations is
It's
a
huge.
key.
It's
Yeah,
huge.
that is huge. That
Mhm.
is huge.
I'm
What
a
to
list
expect,
gal.
what not to expect. I'm sorry?
I'm a list gal, right? That's part of my Capricorn moon is I am like, I got to have a list. And so I have list for list in there, whether it's in my OneNote on my laptop, whether it is one of the erasable like planner calendars. I've got my lunar almanac so I can look at the astrology because I'm giving that to other people, right? And I've got another whole list going there. ClickUp, we have a shared list just for our company and things. So organization and managing expectations, including my own. Huge.
Yeah, expectations, because, I mean, sometimes some of us see it this way when it
Uh-huh.
really should only be this way.
Uh, right?
And that's why
Right.
that list is so important. I mean, I'm like you. I run on lists. I have a notes in my phone. I have something on my computer, and then I have one that controls everything for the whole team. And
Right?
then yeah.
I
Oh
know.
wait,
Oh
and
my
then
God.
I have a problem with index cards.
Oh my
Index
gosh, I
cards.
love that though. How fun.
We color themed, and having to put them everywhere.
Okay, so now I won't do the color themed index cards, but I have color themed Sharpies for when I'm writing my notes. The thin note Sharpies, right? I'm like, ooh, those are fun. So, yep, I understand.
Okay, guys, just know color theme some kind of way. Everything's done. It's a list
Oh,
craziness.
right. It's well, and I think this goes to the IT side of just where I've been over the last 30 years of consulting. And with that said, it becomes an organizational thing, right? One moment I'm working in this system over here because as a consultant, I might be working on 6 or 7 different customers at the same time. And if I wasn't color coding my calendar, you're going to get on a call with somebody and you're going to do wrong, or you're going to put the wrong content in the wrong customer's tenant, right? System. Ugh, I gave away a word, but there's all these different things that could be happening. And it's just something that I learned very, very early on for me that works. So it's just finding your own system and setting up your own organization and managing again those expectations, because if you've organized it and set your path and done things like that, yes, you're still going to go off the rails at times. Yes, you're going to have times of absolute chaos and there's going to be tantrums by yourself and others, but you're going to find that you're able to reconnect and realign so much quicker if you've put a path in front of yourself. And if you've put that path in front of everybody else too, to just be like, here's where I'm at right now. I just need to rein it back in. I'm reeling this in, taking control for as much as we can take control.
So let's back up a minute and talk about your gifts. Where did they come from? Because usually they come from an ancestor or something to that effect. Is that what happened to you guys, or what exactly happened?
We're not 1000% sure. We know based on conversations with ancestors that have passed, we believe there was a great great aunt. If you were to ask my mother, she would, this was never anything my grandparents' era. We didn't know our great grandparents. None of them would have ever been on this side of it. However, historically, if I look back, especially at my mom's side of the family, there are things there where intuition kicked in at certain times. Or, my mother has opened dramatically since all of this. My father is, he loves Tai Chi and philosophy and all these different things, and has really embraced that as he's gotten older. So I think a lot of it is there. It's just not what you would call it. And it wasn't respected. Now we're at a different place societally, that it's very wide open, right? It's coming back around like we did Renaissance Festival, Renaissance era.
Yeah.
Where it's a little more like, oh, okay, it's okay to talk to somebody about the stars. You're not a total crack. Or it's okay to have cards done, right? And everything's a tool, and it's understanding how you use that tool. It's not setting anything up for you. It's not telling you everything is this exact way and you have to stay on this path. It's giving you guidance and how you choose to use that guidance. But all of that to say, we believe a great great aunt is where it, in the German side of the family. But can we speak to that truthfully yet? Not sure. I saw my first ghost when I was 5. So that was right when my grandfather, they were back at, my family was at my grandfather's funeral. Obviously I was very young. My sister is younger than me. We were staying with somebody who was watching us at the time, taking my nap, see this weird apparition, try to tell the babysitter, the person watching us, and go back to your nap. You're not getting out of your nap. Spirit's there. Years fast forward, we're having this conversation about it, about my grandfather. And it dawns on us that would have been approximately the same time they were at the service. So the assumption is it was my grandfather coming to say goodbye. But as a 5-year-old, never seen ghosts before, you're like, I don't know what that is. I just know that there's nothing blowing outside and I'm freaked out and it won't go away.
Okay, I'm going to cry. I was in my grandmother's attic right after her funeral.
Oh.
Yeah, and I ran down to tell everybody, and I was like, yeah.
And you felt her. You knew she was there.
Yeah, I saw it, everything. It was like,
right?
Yeah, I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah. And it's cool because you get those moments, and the fact that you were so close with your grandma, clearly, I mean, you can feel that then. And she's around you a lot. I like that.
Yeah, she is. She's always.
Yeah.
All right. So tell us about your younger self. What would you write to your younger self? What would you tell her? She's 18. What would you tell her?
Oh, well, I've always had the sense of humor and the adventure and that type of thing. So that part's not a problem, but I would say have zero fear of what other people think of you.
Mm.
The expression my partner gives me over and over again, and that I love when he says and reminds me, and I've adopted over the last few years, other people's opinions are none of your effing business. And I use it constantly. And I would tell her that. I would
Yeah.
say, go forth and do all the things you want to do in your life because other people's opinions are none of your business.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's none of their business. They don't need
No,
to. No.
no, no.
Mhm.
It's and just if you don't like it, don't look. I mean,
Yeah.
ultimately, that's what it boils down to. There are a gazillion other things you can go do, and there's other books, other philosophies, other religions, other spiritualities, other non-spiritualities. Go do whatever floats your boat. Do it.
Mhm.
Leave me out of it. So yeah, other people's opinions, not my business. And that's, I think, the biggest gift that, I would give my younger self.
Yeah. I just believe God gives us all our gifts and abilities,
Mhm.
and it's for us to use the way he gives them to us.
I agree.
Yeah.
I Yes. And I wish that the not worrying about other people judging or criticizing, because we're so caught up in that, especially as women.
Mm.
We are so, what will people think? What if I don't get married and don't do this and don't have kids and don't go to college? No, da, 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 da. That's
Mhm.
programming, and releasing yourself of that programming, and that other people's opinions don't matter. They're none of your business. Let's go of all of it.
Mhm.
It's just a blanket is way harder to put into practice. That's why I say I still remind myself of it, but it's life altering if you actually put it into practice.
It is. But I mean, so you were talking your age. So I'm in my 60s and I look at it and I go, "Oh my God." Like, yeah, if I wish I would have had that, I don't give a care
Right?
earlier.
Yes. Yes. The whole not my problem. Don't care, not my circus, not my monkeys.
Yeah. Oh, that's my favorite saying.
I love that. And I actually have a sign in the kitchen that says, "Yes, this is my circus and these are my monkeys."
Oh. All right, let's move on to a game-changing thing that happened in your business, and that maybe it was like you were like, it's a decision or a habit or a strategy that you brought into place into your business that just transformed your world.
Last fall, my sister and I stepped back because we wanted to give, and our members would ask, "Well, what about this? And this, and this." And so we would just come create content, create these things. Finally, we're like, what do we want?
Mhm.
What's our favorite thing to give? What's our favorite thing to focus on? And we literally went out and not canceled, right? Because they didn't have them created, but things that we had started prepping, we said no, dropped it. Maybe in the future, but right now our focus is this, and this. This is where we want to be. This is our company. And if this is the path that they want, then okay. And you know what? We haven't lost a person. Everybody's like, "Oh no, we get that. That's awesome." And yay. And where do we? Yeah. So it was changing our focus because we'd gotten so caught up in, I don't want to say people pleasing, but
Mhm.
in trying to share everything too fast, too soon, that we were missing the boat in terms of why did we do this to begin with, even though we're not that old of a company. So really just setting that was a big moment for us to just say no. And so now it's much easier for us when we have our meetings 3 times a week, because she's in Colorado still and I'm Montana. Um, we will talk about, no, that's not yet. Or yes, this is really good. Let's get that started, or let's offer this or whatnot. And it changes things for us. It really changed the dynamic of where we were headed and how we shifted and what we've launched.
Yeah, what you wanted to focus on was key. And I
Yeah.
think sometimes we get like distracted and we're like, oh, we
Mhm.
got to do this, we got to do that, but we don't. We need to
No.
just do what's in our heart.
Yes. Yes. You have to do. you got to do what you love. If you're just doing it because it's, I mean, yes, we want to share all of it. And yes, we love the teaching and the coaching and that part of it. That's amazing. But we can't get all of it out at one time. And we had to sit back and say, what was our priority for starting, right? I mean, the paranormal, the astrology, the doing readings and intuitive workshops and mediumship for people, those were huge for us. Creating the content around the tools, we used the tools, but it was not the first thing we would have done looking back. Now it's already out there, so we're good, right? We have the runes and a short numerology one. Now that you say that, I think there is one in the big annual course, but there, it's, we reeled it in and took stock of where's our focus, and that actually created 2 additional podcasts, like I was mentioning. So it actually created more work in one respect, but it's very focused. We focused our energy.
That's perfect. I love refocusing. I refocus all the time.
Yes,
I have to.
you got to, right? You have
You
to,
have
because
to.
otherwise, I mean, entrepreneurs, number one, women always have great ideas. We just do. Then we get scattered because we can't get them out fast enough. Hence the list, right? That's our list queen action, right? We're like, I got another one. Where's, is it a sticky note right in front of me, or is it a one of the notepad, one of the mini tools that we use? But you got to write it down someplace. So when you refocus and do that, now you're taking it and putting it into like, okay, if I were looking at this, how many of them are saying the same things in a different way? Or how many are so separated that I just need to figure out where's my favorite and start?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Let's cut through some filter conversations.
Oh boy, here we go.
Real talk here.
Yeah. Love it.
All right. Starting your business 3 years ago, what is a myth you wish most entrepreneurs would just kick to the curb because they have this belief, they're going for it, but it's just something that they shouldn't believe?
That you can't do it. That you can't do it all. Because you can. Will you have to learn it? Yes. I created our website. I created our community. We completely stood up our business ourselves. We have done all of our own marketing. We have created all of our own accounts. We have done every social media part, created all. Now, yes, did we have a tech background to start? You bet. Do we share that and help the people that are wanting to do these kind of things when they ask? Absolutely. So it's asking. If you're not sure, ask a question. Lean in, right? Use your community, use the other women who are so willing to help. But all of it is absolutely possible. You got to jump in. You have to just jump.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I figure it out. And if it's too advanced for me because, I'm older, I'll find somebody who's 20, 21.
Right? And ask questions. Yes.
Ask questions or let them do it for me.
Yes.
And I give them testimonials. Guys.
Yes. Yes. And we use our tech. I will get on Chat GPT all day long and be like, okay, I'm working on this new website and I'm trying to get it to do this. How do I make it do it? And it gives me some options. And I'm like, that didn't work. All right. I got to get on with personal support, whatever. But you just do it, right? It's that fear of, I don't want to look stupid.
And when Chat doesn't give me the right answers, I go to Gemini. And
I'll go to exactly.
I go to Perplexity. They don't give me the right ones. I'll go to Claude.
Exactly. You just dig, right? You got to dig. You got to dig. And that's just it. And I'm 56. So, I was 53 when we started this business. Mm-hmm. Okay. Just do it. Age can't, or 54, 52. Whatever. Just 2023.
Just do it.
Just do it. You got to get out of your own headspace. And I honestly, I cannot tell you what just snapped in us that day. It was the weirdest thing. We still don't know that we were just talking and it was like, we should do this. We should start a business. And we just did. And we got on and established we came up with names. Then we jumped on and grabbed an LLC. I mean, it all happened. Boom, 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 boom. And then it was like, well, crap, now we need a website. Oh, now we need this. And it was like, and we just kept making list after list, and it's never ending. You're always going to have a list. You are always going to have things to do. Welcome being a business owner. This is not like working a retail job where you turn off the lights after you're done working for somebody else. You go home and it's over. You are always working because it is always your job. It is your company. That is your management. That is managing your time. That is setting expectations. And you have to set those expectations with your customers just as much as you expect, set them for yourselves.
Yep.
So if you get that pattern really going, then it's like, these are our hours. Not talking outside those hours.
Yeah.
And honoring that.
Guys, doing what you guys do. I mean, you have to have
Yeah.
precise hours, definitely.
Yes.
So talking about that, the hours, having those things and family and everything, how do you balance life with everything? A full-time job, the business, a membership organization group that you have and family. How do you do it?
I don't know. No. So, because it's 2 full-time jobs, right? I mean, it really is. So I have a partner with incredible grace and patience. That is one. My family, my sisters in my family and her boys and the family there in Colorado is very supportive as well. So we're very lucky and blessed that way.
Yeah.
So I will say that has been a treat for us, is that they are just like, okay, so what are we doing today? And it's like, oh, I have a reading with somebody in Australia. And so the hours are very weird because it's Australia. I'm Pacific Northwest, basically, in the mountains. So it becomes very, very interesting to work around those hours. But it's just saying, nope, I can't do this because of this, or blocking out the time accordingly. Like, I know there's big events happening in town this weekend where I live. I blocked my calendar so that I can be a part of those. So it's just, again, it's time management. For me right now, the bigger part is just knowing that the hard work will pay off in terms of when I'm able to leave the day job, the corporate job. I will have one full-time job that I love and that I'm dedicated to, which I'll probably still be working as many hours because then I'll come up with just more stuff, right? That's just me. But the rewards will be huge. They'll be so worth it, right? The hard work is going to kick your butt. It just is when you're working a couple of jobs for a while. Sometimes it's going to happen very quickly and you'll be able to leave sooner. Sometimes it won't. And you've got a whole lot of life happening, and that happens too. And that's just living, and you just have to make accommodations and just like you would for your one full-time job, right? And I look at all these amazing women who are single moms or who are struggling with kids at home, and daycare is ridiculous that it's as much as a mortgage. And I watched my sister go through that, and our jobs are very cush in terms of salary, and these women are working 3 jobs and raising these babies, and you're thinking, I'm going to shut up now, because if they can do that, I can do this.
Right. And you just answered my next question about that. Wonder if there's a woman who's just sitting there at her job going, I have this calling deep inside me. It's intuitive. They just have to have it, and they know it.
Yeah.
And, some of us wait to do our calling. Okay. I get it. I've waited. I've done other things, but I've waited. And so wonder if it's their time to stop waiting. What would you tell them?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, first, I will tell you the stars are so aligned in this coming year of where we're headed and the things that are happening that it is a powerful year anyway to go forth and make big decisions, and to just grasp it and run with it. That's just one. But the longer you wait, the more regret. And there's no space or time for that. If you grab it now, what's the worst that can happen? You fail.
Yeah.
So what? We fail all the time. The only way you ever have success is knowing what failure is. So the more you're failing, the more you're setting yourself up for ultimate success. And that's fine. Sometimes you got to step through it, right? Or step in it, so to speak, to really embrace that. But I would say you're fooling yourself if you wait. Don't do it. Just jump in and just go and use your resources. Whether it's 1 or 100, If you've got one person that will help you stand up, use them. Whether it's just having a conversation, hey, can you be my mental support while I get this going? Whether it's somebody who's willing to lend you $5 to register your business name, whether it's whatever it is. Yeah.
Oh my word. That is amazing. Because every woman is sitting there. I don't know about you, but I have definitely like failed.
Oh, we all
Yeah.
have. We all
We
have.
all have.
I have failed in my role in corporate. I have failed with customers in
Mhm.
consulting. I have failed as a daughter. I have failed as a partner. I have failed as a friend.
Mhm.
And if I've learned from it each time, that's the thing. If you're not learning from it, then you have to have failure in order to learn the lesson, in order to better yourself, in order to better serve. And it's about service, right? How do you
Mhm.
give back to others? What's your legacy? How are you going to give back to the world, to your kids, um, to my nephews,
Yeah.
to my friends, to society in general? What am I leaving behind? What is my mark? And you have to have those failures. You really do, in order to have the bigger successes that it's like, okay, because you can't. I- It's hard for me to listen to a teacher or somebody who is going to sit here and rant and rave about you should do this and you should do this, who's never gone out and done it themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. And now talking about the past, let's go to the future. Give
Hmm.
me a sneak peek of something that's coming up that we all should keep an eye out for you and your business.
Oh, well, one big one, which with this, it will should be out though by the time this comes out. We'll have just released. It's a cohort program. So our first, what we're calling iOS, it's the intuitive operating system.
Mm.
So it's really, we're very excited. It's 10-week program, but it's self-paced. So if you need longer, you can take longer, but it gives you live sessions and meetings with me and my sister so that but it embraces it's a lot of homework because it's all about how am I developing my own intuition? How am I developing myself? How am I developing my skills? How am I all those different things? So there's a whole lot of different components to it, but we're very excited about that. I would say if I'm really looking into the future crystal ball, I can't wait till we get to a point where doing retreats,
Oh,
right?
that would be fun, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm so excited about being able to do retreats and to work with other women who I know, excuse me, who are amazing at leading leading yoga or leading different meditation sessions. I mean, my sister does amazing meditations, but having other, just sharing that with some other people to be a part of like one big retreat style thing, I'm looking forward to being doing just something like that too.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
That'll be cool. All
Yeah.
right, let's surprise us. Tell us something unexpected that we wouldn't expect for you to have done or just something a little unique.
I think, it's funny because you always have when you start new jobs, tell us something about you. And so this has always been a standing one that gets people. I have sang the national anthem multiple times in front of large audiences, but the largest audience ever was about 25,000 people at a huge race, car race. So it was the NHRA Mopar Mile High Nationals when I was still living in Colorado. So yeah, there was about 25,000 people there, and I sang the national anthem. A
Okay, I
cappella.
have to say that's cool. I'm sorry.
I have skydived. I have piloted or not piloted, but I've worked on a lot of hot air balloon crews and been up in hot air balloons. I
Okay, hot air balloon, that's like one of my things I wanna go do, so yeah.
do it. So fun, so fun. And I've picked up and moved twice without ever knowing a soul. One of the places being here. So yeah,
You just picked up and moved.
I wanted to live in that spot, so I planned for it and picked up and moved and didn't know a person here when I got here. Same with one other place that I've lived. Mhm.
All right, so let's talk about some music. Let's pump up some volume. Do you mind giving us a song or songs that you absolutely love, that get you moving and grooving?
All right. So one is weird because it's not a moving and grooving style song for most people, but The Chain from Fleetwood Mac. will absolute me heavy speeding down the highway at no time flat. Fade to Black from Metallica, another one. Um, for my soul, I want to make sure I get the artist right on it. The Joy and Soul is what her group is. But the song is called I Call My Power Back. You can find it on Spotify.
Ooh.
Intense. And when there's moments of weakness in the day, you just listen and I call my power back, and boom, boom. And you're like, yeah, buddy. So anything Fleetwood Mac. I mean, I have a huge, I'm a music geek. We grew up in music. Our family was well, it wasn't classic rock at the time. It's classic rock now, but we always went to concerts and all that. So there's a ton of music that I hear it and it changes my whole mindset. Turn on the radio. Yep.
That's awesome. All right. Books or books that you love?
There's a few. Who Moved My Cheese? I think is one that is an old standard, but it's just so good. It's I think is it Spencer? I wrote it because I didn't want to forget Spencer Johnson. I think. Yep, Spencer Johnson. That's one of them. Because it's a reminder, you got these two mice and they're in the maze and there's all these different things, and it's life relation. I mean, it was given out or suggested, I don't know, 20 years ago, something like that. And I've given it to, I don't know how many people since then. It's short. It's a fast read. It's, but it's one of those when you're done, you're like, yeah, why am I doing this? Why am I not going down this path? Why am I not here? Yep. Another one, The Four Agreements. If you haven't read The Four Agreements, yes, that's Don Miguel Ruiz.
Yeah,
amazing. Yeah,
that is a great book. Yep. I love that book.
I've got a plethora of books, but those two, I would say, especially with our audience, go-tos, staples.
Yeah. All right, words to live by. Give me a quote or quotes.
There's a ton of Eleanor Roosevelt quotes that I love. And this one is not hers. This is a quote that I love. And I remember when I was doing the Body for Life program a couple of decades ago, I remember hearing it. And I don't even know that Bill is the one that said it then, that it's his quote. But the difference between who you are and who you want to be is what you do. Simple as that, right? And then when you sit with it, though, and go, the difference between who you are and who you want to be is what you do. Yeah. Wow. So it's always one that I've just remembered and stuck with. Yeah, it's been with me for a long time.
So what do you want to do and what's your calling? That's it.
Yeah. What do you
whole message here?
Right? It's between difference between that and this is are you moving forward or are you just sitting there? What are you gonna do about it? What was Henry Ford's quote? If you stop moving, there's one I know he did too that's along the same lines. Anyway.
It's along the same lines. I don't remember it.
Yes. But it's along the same type of principles, right?
Yep. All right. Superpower for just 24 hours. What would it be? You already have so many, but which one would you add?
I honestly, and I think this is just the time of where we are right now. If I had a superpower, and this is making one up kind of, I'm going to take two. I'd go invisible, and then I would pop into particular people's lives and add empathy to because there are some seriously powerful people in our world right now that are lacking some serious empathy.
Oh,
but wouldn't that be great? What would that change from the top down if we could just drop in and go, oh, now you're going to feel all of this and everything that you're doing.
Yeah. Right. I never understood what empathy was until, oh my God, that's another whole story we would have to talk about forever. And I'd be like, oh God.
Right. And then we'd cry.
All right. Some of us, even though we're phenomenal, we're amazing, we still need some motivation on demand. There's something that happens, maybe that empathy gets to you and you start crying. You need to get out of it. to move forward,
Uh-huh.
what's a suggestion?
Ooh. Wow. Well, okay. If you're on the woo side with me on the spiritual, I will talk to my spirit team, my circle, my guides,
Mhm.
or journal. I will hugely journal because if I write it all down and get it out, I can go back and look at it later because then I can take that moment and either tear it to shreds or take it outside and burn it in the fire pit, right? Let it go.
I like
Give it
that.
to the universe. I don't own that crap. It's not for me. There are other times when I just need to be alone and I need to bawl. Let me watch my chick flicks. Excuse the pun, because watching our chick flicks and do that and leave me alone. And there are other times that I can honestly grab, and I have them laying all over my desk. Of course I do, but I can grab a crystal, right? Like this is a
Mhm.
labradorite, and just sit and ground. I just need to center. I just need to sit with it for a minute. Yeah, and I think everyone is different because it depends on what's hitting you in the moment and what's causing the mood swing.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's somebody else's energy for me that's walking in or out of a space and I think that's not mine. Why am I all mad all of a sudden?
That's that empathy too.
It is. It's having some it's being empathic. It's feeling other people's feelings. It's recognizing that I also need to have that empathy and recognizing that other people have feelings and then saying, but they're not mine. Right. And so I will put up what we do, and my sister and I will teach people is you put up a bubble around yourself, right? You've got this, I am grounded. I'm totally clear of anybody else's energy but my own, and I'm protected from it.
Yep.
And if that doesn't work, then it's something you need to deal with internally and just write it down. And that's, we call it shadow work, but it's mirror work. It's self-reflection, it's diary time, journaling, whatever. Lots of different ways. It depends on what it is that's hitting me. And sometimes I just have a bad mood and I need to go throw things.
We all have to.
Right? Plastic cups. I love plastic cups, like big plastic ones. You can throw those against things, they break nothing. And it feels so good. I haven't done it in years, but when I would really get in a tirade, grab a plastic cup, huck it against the wall, nothing breaks, and you feel great. And then you put the cup in the dishwasher, wash it up, and put it away.
Okay, stress relief 101, here we are. All
Right?
right.
Plastic cups, use it. Yep.
What's the best way for our audience to stay connected with you?
Our website is the easiest, right? Immersivespirit.com. We have the coolest, start free. Use these. We have it's called our Soul Pillars kit, right? It's a soul map kit. It's mind, heart, body, spirit. And we just have some quick videos. Nothing's longer than I don't know. I don't think we even have one that's 10 minutes of this series. Free downloads that you can grab. And it'll help you align, right? But it is immersivespirit.com/soul pillars. Go there, download all those free tools, and you're welcome. You'll love them.
Well, thank you. And give us a mic drop moment, something you'd want our audience to know and remember you by.
That we're fun, that that this is fun, right? That joy is in every moment that we do. And for me, I love being a leader. I love being a mentor. I love being a teacher. I love being a student. I love learning. I love women. I love men. I love animals. And I think if you recognize that you have that power to give back, you have that power to give all of these things that you know about yourself that you don't think are gifts. There is somebody else out there that wants to be just like you, that wants to have everything you have, that wants to know everything you know. So give it to them. Give it back.
That is the sweetest thing to say to people because it's so true.
Yeah.
And thank you, Stephanie, for being here with us.
Angel, thank you. This has been so much fun. I appreciate you having me.
It was fun having you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Female Entrepreneurs Magazine. I hope you found inspiration, actionable tips, and a sense of connection with our incredible community of driven women. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share the episode with fellow entrepreneurs who are ready to elevate their game. Remember, your success is just the beginning, and we're here to support you in every step of the way. Until next time, keep shining, keep thriving, and remember, you have the power to create the business and life of your dreams. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.